Hello and welcome to episode 3 of FPL Hacks with me, Holly Shand, ahead of FPL Game Week 3. I'm going to be looking at the players you should buy, hold, sell and wait on this week. I'm going to be looking at 2 players in each of those categories. Now, if you haven't joined the FPL Hacks mini league yet, you really ought to. To be eligible for the prizes, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel and like this video, and the winner of the FPL Hacks mini league will get at the end of the season a games console and the latest copy of FIFA. You'll find the league code in the description of this video. Let's get into it. So, looking first of all then at the players that you should buy ahead of FPL Game Week 3. The main player that stands out to me this week is Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin. He's had a really impressive start to the season. Rafa Benitez has set up his side to be able to get Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin the ball in the right place, in the box, to get goals. We've got Demarai Gray on one side and Andros Townsend on the other, putting excellent crosses into the box. Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin has had 9 shots so far this season. That's almost as many as any other player in the Premier League right now. All of those have come inside the box. He's had 3 big chances, giving him those 2 goals. And we didn't know that he was going to be on penalties, which he is, which is even better news. And then if you have a look at his fixtures as well, it's pretty good for the next few weeks. We've got Brighton, Burnley, Aston Villa and Norwich in the next 4 games. So there's certainly more goals going to be coming for Calvert-Lewin. The second player on my buy list is Mason Greenwood, another player who's got 2 goals in 2 games. He's had 8 shots, so we've got underlying statistics there that suggest he can keep these returns going. And I know Manchester United have got plenty of choice in their attack right now, but I can't see Greenwood losing his place. He was played in a slightly wider position in Game Week 2 against Southampton, but he's still delivering goals. And when a player like him is in form, you just have to back him. And he's a bit of a differential as well. He's only in 11% of squads right now. He has seen a price rise already up to 7.6. But again, we've got very good fixtures coming up for Manchester United as well. They don't face another side in the top 4 until Game Week 9. So you're going to get another 6 decent fixtures out of Mason Greenwood until the fixtures stiffen up in Game Week 9. Having a look now then at the players you should hold. So these are players that some managers are transferring in at the moment, other managers are transferring out. For these players, I would say if you don't own them already, don't buy them this week. But if you've got them, certainly hold on to them. So the first player on this list is Danny Ings. 2 goals again, and he's in form and he's confident. A fantastic overhead kick at the weekend against Newcastle United just shows where he's at the moment with his finishing. He hasn't had a lot of shots this season, but when he's got an eye on goal, he's managed to deliver. So hopefully he starts to get better service in this Aston Villa side as they gel together as the season continues on. Now, he's actually a pretty good captaincy contender this week, but I can see a lot of managers will be making the move from Game Week 4 to go to Calvert-Lewin from Danny Ings, because the fixtures do get a lot tougher after this week. We've got Chelsea, Everton, Manchester United and Spurs coming up. So hold for this week. Don't buy him because of the fixtures that are coming. I think Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin is a better option long term, but take advantage if you've got him already against Brentford. Now, one of the high ownership players that hasn't really delivered too much for us yet this season is Luke Shaw. But surprisingly, even though he didn't keep a clean sheet or get an attacking return against Southampton in Game Week 2, he did pick up 2 bonus points. So that's encouraging that more fantasy points are going to be on the way for Luke Shaw, even though he hasn't delivered them yet. You've got to bear in mind the underlying statistics here. He's created 4 chances for his teammates. And, you know, hopefully the points are coming. And again, as I've mentioned already, some good fixtures coming up for Manchester United as well. So I'd hold on to him until Game Week 8. Hopefully we'll get some attacking returns in there and some clean sheets for Manchester United. Varane hasn't played yet in defence, so he's got to come in. Hopefully that will boost them from a defensive perspective. Moving on to the sell list now then. One player that's been a bit of a hero for us at the start of the season has been Tsimikas. 4 million. He's been a fantastic enabler. 2 clean sheets for Liverpool so far, and an assist and bonus points as well against Burnley. It's been fantastic, but Andrew Robertson is now fit. He was on the bench for game week 2. Game week 3, Liverpool have got Chelsea. I can't see Robertson not coming back in for that game for Jurgen Klopp's team. So I think the Tsimikas dream is now over. Now, as I'm recording this video, he is priced at 4.1. Hopefully he goes up to 4.2, and then at that point you can bank 0.1 million profit when you sell him. So don't sell him until he's got that price rise to 4.2. But there are a few other options in that price point at 4 million for a defender. There's Livramento, Southampton, that looks to be nailing down that right wing back slot on loan from Chelsea. He looks like he could be a good option. And we've also got Brandon Williams, is just signing on loan to Norwich City from Manchester United. Another 4 million option. Now, you're not going to get a lot of clean sheets out of them. They're not going to provide you Tsimikas levels of return, but Tsimikas' price is going to go down once he's lost his space in the team. And if you're like me and you've got 3 Liverpool players in your side, you're not going to be able to bring in someone like Jota while you've got Tsimikas. So it sort of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. The other player, unfortunately, on my sell list is Ivan Toney. Now, I think over 30% of managers went with him for game week 1. It's always a bit of a punt going from a player from one of the promoted sides because there's no guarantees that they can keep up in terms of their attacking returns, what they delivered in the Championship. There is a big step up to the Premier League. Now, in his first game against Arsenal, he didn't show any attacking quality, but he did manage 5 shots against Crystal Palace, but he's yet to deliver any goals. And the writing's on the wall a little bit for me now with Toney. He's not a player that I fancied from the off, because I like to see how promoted players settle down into the league, and he hasn't hit the ground running. So I think now is probably a good time to sell, even though the fixtures are still positive for another couple of weeks with Villa and Brighton up next. But when we've got so much demands in terms of our budget on our squads right now, I think you're better off selling Toney, maybe taking a little bit of a downgrade to Armstrong or Dennis if you can't upgrade to Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin, and try and move the funds elsewhere. Finally then, 2 players that are on my wait and see list for game week 3. The first one is topping the transfers in right now. It's Chelsea's new signing, Romelu Lukaku. Now, he looked fantastic against Arsenal. He got his goal. He had 8 shots, 7 of those shots coming in the box. And it was a really promising start. The only issue that I've got with Lukaku, well, there's 2 issues. 1, price, and 2, the fixtures. Now, in terms of his price, a lot of managers started the season with Mo Salah and Bruno Fernandes, and that has paid dividends so far. You're really going to struggle to get someone like Lukaku in, as well as holding on to Salah and Fernandes. And then when we look to the fixtures, Chelsea's fixtures over the next 4 games are not great at all. Liverpool away, followed by Aston Villa at home, Spurs away, and Manchester City at home. So for me, that's enough to put me off Lukaku for now, because if I'm not going to captain him over those 4 games, then what is the point of owning him? Because I'm going to, skew my team so much to try and fit him in alongside Salah and Fernandes, maybe having to play a wild card or let go of one of those players. And we know that Liverpool and Manchester United have got far better fixtures over the next 4 games. So Lukaku does look great, but I would urge caution in buying him before game week 7, because it is really going to leave you very inflexible with the rest of your squad. And even though Lukaku is going to get points, there's plenty of other players at cheaper price points, like Tsimikas Calvert-Lewin, that can probably keep up with him at least over these next 4 games. The final player on my wait list is Paul Pogba. Now, he's played very well at the start of the season, 5 assists already, but bear in mind that over the last 2 seasons, those entire seasons, he's only averaging 5 assists a season. I do worry about Paul Pogba when the transfer window is open. We never know what's going on, whether he's got an agenda, playing for a move away or something like that. So I want to see Pogba delivering these level of returns when the transfer window shuts. If we get into game week 4 and game week 5 and he's still delivering assists, by all means bring him in, but I prefer Greenwood at the moment. And Manchester United struggled a bit with their defensive midfielders against Southampton, so we've seen Pogba playing in an advanced position. He could move further back, which would obviously diminish his creativity that we've seen already. And, you know, we've not seen Sancho starting in the Premier League yet. There's Rashford to come in, Cavani to come in as well. Where will Pogba's place be in that starting 11 once those players reappear? Something to think about. Right, so I'm going to leave it there then. I hope you found this video useful. Remember, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. You're eligible to join the FPL Hacks Mini League. The code is in the description of this video with the link to the Premier League website, and the winner of the Mini League at the end of the season will get a brand new games console and the copy of the latest FIFA game. Good luck everyone for FPL Game Week 3.